All right, boys and girls, we are back out here again. Got the car back up on the lift. And tonight, maybe until tomorrow, what I got going today, we want to learn how to remove a V-Spec diff and install an like regular GTR diff. Stay tuned. Here we go. I have a V-Spec. This is a V-Spec GTR. The diffs on the V-Spec are different than the diffs on the regular GTRs, just for those that don't know. Alright, small backstory. The diff on the V-Spec, they have the fins on the diff itself. The regular ones do not. And as far as how the lockup goes for the diff on the V-Spec, it uses hydraulic pressure from the Altezza. So that thing helps lock up this diff. So when the wheels start slipping, it sends power or fluid to each side or whatever to lock up the wheels. So sometimes you don't know how long it's been there, how old it is, if it's working that well. So to get away with that, I'm going to install a two-way Cusco diff that I got from my buddy Mark. Appreciate it, Mark, once again. And we're going to be taking this off. And in the process of that, I have to like cap off these lines that goes to the V-Spec from the Altezza pump itself. So, show you guys how to do that also. Differ. All right, and also one more thing, shout out to the boys at GKTech over there in Australia. I got some collars for the subframe, so I'll be installing these as well. So those will get installed while the diff is down. And here is the diff. So also with this, I had to get another cover, which I have this one that has the sensors on it. We got banjo bolt and pipe. You'll see what this is for later. Bam, fits right over there. Like a rub bug in a rug. Snug in a rub bug. Da, da, da. So if you're doing this conversion, and you're gonna need your speed sensors, which are here. And you're gonna have to have the output shafts. All right, we are back. As you see, I'm draining the fluid out of there. I don't know if this jack is gonna go high enough for one. I don't think it is, which is not typical. All right, take two. All right, let me show y'all what I'm working with. Had to cut some wood, get everything up there. But got that getting ready to come off. For some reason my studs came out instead of the bolts. Maybe it's been in there for a while. I've already loosened the front two, which are up there, like right in front. Just gotta loosen those a little bit more, and then that should be it, ready to drop. All right, I made this literally from a piece of pipe that I got from the home improvement store. Just cut it and try to cut it to length, and I'm just going to use that as one of my caps. So this is a cap off this piece right here. It'll cap that hole. Put that in, put you some washers on, and the one you want to cap is right here. That one, the one on the bottom, this one. Cause that's the one that's going to the diff itself. So you want to cap that one off. All right, got it out right there. You can see, gonna test fit this in here. Hopefully it goes in and works fine. I got the washer on here. That it doesn't leak. That's the main thing. Got this now, and you know I couldn't put this back on looking like that, so I am going to paint it before I put it back on. Alright, right now hitting it up. You let it warm up a little bit before I get ready to spray it. And after that, I'll spray it, let it dry a day. And tomorrow I'll put everything back in the car. Here we go. Get ready to spray this. A little test layer. Here we go. Which, I mean, it's not gonna be hard anyway, but I wish the wind would stop blowing. That's what I wish. All right, got my GKTech subframe bushings. Gonna get ready to drop those in. So what you want to do is loosen those bolts. Got 4 of them, and you got a collar. So, well, you got 4 collars and 8 of them to be exact. But these right here slide over the top, and these right here go on the bottom. So there's some stuff in the way to get to all that. All right, so I got one of them in. So what you want to do is support it with your jack, which I got here. And then once you got that supported, then you want to loosen all 4 of those to where the subframe drops down just so ever slightly. Once it drops down, then you have enough room that you can slide this collar in. This collar, I'll show you another one. It's pretty thick cut here. But if you like drop one side and like leave this side tight, you won't get it low enough to get this collar in there because the collar will hit that bushing that's right there. So you have to drop both of them down on both sides. The other side is also it's already loosened. And what you want to do is once you take the bolt off, I still have this piece here. Like this piece right here, it still goes on my car. So, I mean, I don't know why in the hell somebody would take it off, but it's a part of, I guess, a subframe spacing piece. So take that off. Once you take that off, on the other side, put the nut. You're gonna have one of your nuts. The nut is right here. Get your nut and just screw it back on, maybe like 4 threads or so that the subframe, just in case, take care of yourself, doesn't accidentally like slide all the way down on you. This part is the I guess spacer that goes up against the frame of the car. So the collar goes under this one. It's just for people that don't know. And then you have this one. That goes here. It fits right in there. So once you put everything back up, you can put this one back on, and then the piece I just showed you on the bottom that I said no one should take off. It's food for thought. All right, here we go. We're on the back passenger side. As I said, this is the collar. Goes this way. Flat side, bevel or step side. And this is this one that goes above the frame of the car. Go below that one. Below that one. All right, got both rears in, got both collars in. They're there on both sides, front. I mean on the back. Just gotta do the front next, but that's that. So now that you have your your bushings out, these are just the front ones. I literally replaced these recently. Maybe I think it was last year that I replaced these. But they are not bad. So what I'm gonna do is, while they're already out, I'm gonna grease them up, just give them a little bit of life left, give them a little bit more life, I would say. Look, here's my freaking cover that I painted yesterday. Looked like it came out pretty good. I'm not gonna complain there. And these are the sensors from my old diff, my active LSD, my V-Spec diff. They fit on here, but they faced up. You can see here, they faced up, and the ones that go on here face sideways. As you can see, face sideways. All right, this is the Cusco 2-way. I'm gonna get ready to put silicone around this, and once I silicone it, I kind of want to fill it before I think I am gonna fill it before I put the diff in. The rear diff takes 1.5 quarts, so I'm gonna put that in before I get ready to put this up. So I'm gonna dump all this in. What I'm using here to show you, Am's oil, which is some pretty good damn oil. 75-140. 75-140. So I'm gonna use 1.5 quarts of this and let it sit for maybe like 30 minutes or so. I'm just gonna throw it up. Hopefully that's easy enough. Easier than said than done. Throw it up. Okay. Little John and the East Side Boys. I ran into a small dilemma. Hopefully it's small. I got this diff off Yahoo Auction. I'm pretty sure it came off of 33, but I don't know what one. Everything lines up, but the parts where my freaking shaft goes into, my drive shaft goes into, they are different. As you can see, the GTR one is different than that one. So hopefully this goes onto this without any issues. Shout out to this right here. This right here, I got it for 9,000 yen at Kynes, and it has been breaking loose left and right. Thank you. All right. God definitely heard my cry. He answered my prayer. I said, God, please let that be the same size. They're not the same length, but I knew that wasn't going to be the case because this diff is the shaft has to meet up with this one. So this one gonna stick in this one. This one slides onto this one. Yes. Yes. Keep 1.5 quarts of this gear oil here. Get everything wet. The diff was by Mark Harper. I really appreciate it. And the housing was from Yahoo Auctions. It never fails. Every time I'm working with diff oil, I seem to waste it somehow, bro. Every time. Alright, I'm back in here getting this thing in. Kyle came over here to give me some muscle so he can put it in here. And we got it up. We got it up there. So next is we're just gonna put the axles on, put the power shaft, the prop shaft as the Japanese people call it instead of drive shaft. But we're gonna move that in there and then hopefully, everything works. By the grace of God, please. You know when you think shit's just about to work and shit just don't work, just go to the second option. Shit just don't work. Because the axles, the half shafts are different for the V-Spec and this GTR one. This one. So I need to actually get GTR 6-bolt drive shafts because these don't line up with these 6-bolt drive shafts on your V-Spec diff. So if you do this conversion, you better get you some damn shafts, all right? Otherwise, you're gonna be looking like me, looking like a fool, because you ain't got no damn shafts that fit yet. All right, welcome back. Take 20. I am back today, and I went to my buddy Kenji, has some 300ZX twin turbo axles. They're all the same pattern, the 6-bolt. And they should fit the R33 non-V-Spec diff output shafts, which I have over there. So I gotta take these wheels off, take the shafts out, and see if they will fit with these 300ZX. If so, then that'll be a new opening for everyone else. That you can put 300ZX TT freaking axles in a GTR. They should work. I mean, it's pretty. Nissan made stuff kind of interchangeable, except for this V-Spec diff to non-V-Spec diff. Yeah, the V-Spec is more beefy with the diff. Like the diff is pretty beefy. Look at that thing. It's huge. But also, this right here is beefy. They're bigger. This part is bigger on a V-Spec. This is the part for non-V-Spec. So let's get the wheel off and let's get started Welcome back to Nismology. Alright, got the other side out, got it in. This side has been a pain in the ass. I have beat the shit out of this damn thing with this damn hammer. With the I had the nut on there, but it was hitting it and it fucking I guess messed the threads up. But hopefully I don't have to reuse that. So I got my air hammer. I haven't used this thing in a long time, but it still worked. So we about to see if the air hammer is gonna push this out. Hopefully it is. Yep, here we go right now. I guess we're gonna find out. That ain't doing shit. God damn. All right. Last night I gave up after beating on that axle for a good 45 minutes to an hour. Had to get back up. Please work, please, Jesus. Also let it sit in with inside of that liquid wrench last night. So that's why I got the jack up here. I got it kind of like in an angle, so the liquid wrench went that way into it. Hopefully this pops out because I am fucking sick of this thing, me hitting on this. So let's see. I was using that one last night. Went to McMahon and got a 2.7 kilograms. My bad. Let's see if this works. All right. After knocking one stud in a little bit, and that one's probably damaged, but I get another stud and slide it in there. Crap, bro. Which I'm probably gonna have to do because this might be messed up. Yep. Dang it. And that one just got nicked right on the tip. So I got another stud, but whatever for that. We'll get that. It's coming out though. It's almost at the end. God! I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, then we'll come back out here and finish it off. All right, I'm almost there. I'm in the house, literally took a break, and we're almost at the end. So I'm gonna try and hit it where it is now to see if it'll come right on out. But there's no guarantees, which I hopefully it just pops right on out so I can go ahead and get this thing off and on. I'm gonna have to go about taking these studs out. So now I'm gonna have to take the caliper off the hub and then run the studs through here. Yay. Tell you, I'm so happy that this has successfully came out. I have beat on this hub for the past, with this sledgehammer, for about 10 minutes. With this other hammer, the Mini Thor, about a good hour and a half. That was before, and then after, like right now, you know, I had a few taps because Big Thor couldn't get in there. But Mini Thor took it onto the house with the help of a punch, and now it's out. Right, as you can see here, the V-Spec shaft on the right, 300ZX on shaft on the left, and V-Spec is a bit shorter. This is Z32. So what I'm going to try to do is swap the shafts from each one and put them back together. So basically I'm going to get this shaft and this end piece of the shaft and put it on this shaft and see if that works. Hopefully it works. I need a whole shaft though. All right, here I'm taking apart the V-Spec shaft. I pretty much destroyed this piece right here. Is pretty much done. So kind of don't care about the shaft at the moment. I know I can get this part off easily. This part, I think is splined on. So I think all I have to do is knock around that ring right there. Knock it, like hit around the ring area to knock it off. Around right there. Right there. So it's splined on, so you just knock it off that way. And once you knock it off, hopefully I get a mosquito. if all that works, then I'm gonna do the same exact thing for this shaft. Put it together and get ready to, I guess, put some more grease inside of them and be done with it. Yep. Damn, I ain't know I was gonna be in there yet. My bad. If you haven't, go watch my video on how to take apart a shaft and rebuild it. But take that out, knock this off, and it's ready to come out. Hopefully this spline piece right here is the same, you know, get around, knock this spline piece off, and we're ready to get it out. Which I'm pretty sure is how it works. So let's get to work. All right. So I got everything off the V-Spec shaft, boots, that end. So with that being said, if I had not have messed up, or if that damn piece on the hub wasn't stuck like it was, I could have literally just took this shaft, took this end piece off right here, just swap these two out right here. But with that being said, I have to swap out the whole shaft. So to get that shaft off, you have to, as I said, it's splined in. So I got it here on my vise, and literally just use a hammer. And I use a punch that's a brass punch, and you just knock it off the spline from this part. So it's clipped in. Also, you make sure you don't use these clips. Don't lose these clips. So when you put it back in, make sure you try and get the clips in there good.
Ain't nothing fucked up, just to wash.
And then just knock it off.
I didn't vacuum the car right. I'll re-vacuum that shit. It's no harm, no.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, okay, so you have your employees, you have your team, you have your businesses running out of the shop.
All right, got it all switched out. Literally, all I have to do is put the bands on it.
Maybe open up another shop.
And that's it.
So it's right. Once again, I always try to scale the business as professional as I can.
Yeah.
That it get me tight. It's like, yo, I told you, like, yo, you can't come. It's okay. I'm not gonna be mad. You running late? It's okay. I understand. Let me know. Let me this car and you're late. You throw off my whole entire schedule for the day. Like for example, if I would have told the 12:30 car to come a little earlier, start the 12:30 car and just switch spots. You know what I'm saying? Right. Instead, you just show up.
All right, got the axle in. Got one of the studs out. I need 3 of them. That one got messed up. This one got messed up, which is already pushed out a little bit. And I got this one out. If you don't know how to take these out and put extended studs inside of your R33 without having to take this hub off, watch my YouTube video. Nismology, I'm telling you, check it out. But until tomorrow, I'll have to finish the rest of it because I got to go get these studs. They're extended studs, so I got to get these studs tomorrow. And this is all I can do tonight. I'm just happy I got that axle in.
Take over, King.
Jeez. I haven't been recording much because I've been working, man. I had to change 4 studs. That's from me hammering on this to get that other axle out. With, you know, Mighty Joe swing there. Got that out. Got the studs in. And once I did that, I tightened everything up on the bottom of this car. So I went back and checked all my bolts that I took off, loosened, or whatever. Suspension wise, diff wise, shaft wise, prop shaft, power shaft, you know, drive shaft, axle, all that stuff got tightened. So checked all that over, once over, and then I bled my Altezza pump. Bled the Altezza system. If you haven't, I have a video on that. I'm telling you, check out Nismology. I'm teaching you how to do these things. But bled that system, did all that. Now I'm going to probably just like button up, like put the cover back on here, put the rest of the exhaust back on. And after that, literally, I probably can throw the wheels on. And then tomorrow, I can possibly start the car up and check the 4-wheel drive action. Maybe after that, I will, maybe even before that, I'll hook up this ETS controller, because ETS controller Pro full race, wire that in, get everything set up, and then make sure I test the forward drive. But I kind of want to make sure that the rear diff and all that stuff is, you know, at least moving well in the back while, you know, the car starts. But stay tuned. As I said, I didn't record much because it was just like putting bolts on, tightening stuff up, nothing major. So tomorrow I'll do a little bit more work and try to get this thing ready. All right, back out here, GTR. Going to start it up. This is my first time starting it since I put everything back together on the rear end. Also, I need to make sure that the the pump itself doesn't shoot fluid all over the place. So hopefully it doesn't. But this is the first time he's starting this car in about a good 2 weeks. All right, sitting in the car now. We're gonna give it a little check. Hopefully everything's going well. All right, seeing that I have not seen anyone, and I say anyone, I mean nobody, do any like write up on how to install the ETS Pro from Full Race onto your R33 GTR with, I swapped the diff to active LSD. Now it has a two-way. So it's hard to find any write-ups, any videos or anything to go with this. So even the wiring, I'm literally having to trace down wires. So they want you to hardwire directly to that. Just for you guys that don't know, damn it, that one up there, this is your, you know, that's your PMW. This is your solenoid. For the Tesla solenoid, that one right there, 2 wires coming out of it. So I had to trace those wires down to this connector that's right there. That connector has those 2 wires. All right. After that, you got to find out which one of these, because it's like fucking 8 freaking wires in there. So you got to find out which one of these go in there. So I've been, you know, tapping and touching and a whole bunch of shit. So I found out that the far 2 on the back, this is connector. So these 2 on the, where the black one is held in right here, for the testing, that one, and the one above it is the for the pump. So where my finger is, that one, and the one above it is for the pump. It's 2 wires for that. So after that, you got to find out where in the hell those 2 wires go in this freaking trunk. So you get it out, trace these wires, and it's come to this loom right here, this one. So the wire colors are green with a red stripe and a solid yellow. Green with a red stripe, solid yellow. That wire loom comes all the way around and goes around down through over there somewhere. I don't know why it goes all the way around over there on the computer right there. That's the Tesla computer. That's the ECU, the PCM. So I took that off, and then I took off the 2 wires for that. I mean, to the ECU, and found out that this green one, which is here, green with the red stripe, and the yellow one that's right there, that one, those are the 2 wires to that solenoid. So what I have to do now, I'm gonna cut it right here. This is where I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it there, boom. Then I'm gonna wire the 2 wires in from the ETS controller. I'm telling you right now, those wires are not long enough to reach to the back of this car. So what I've done is I'm also wiring in a meth kit. I got the controller, the wires for the meth kit, which is right here. But two of the wires that I'm not using for the meth kit, I'm not going to use. So I'm going to use those two wires, which I've already ran to the front. I'm going to cut those two wires at that connector, connect them to the wires for the ETS controller from for the solenoid. It's a black and white wire. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Black and white wire coming off the ETS controller. I'm going to cut these two wires from my meth kit that I'm not going to be using. The colors are that I'm using. They're going to be, I want to say, what the shit, I forgot what color they are. I think they were the brown with the white stripe, which is this one, brown with the white stripe, and a green. These two will go to those two wires right there for the pump. So I'm going to cut it there, make sure I got it in the right direction going down to the pump, and that should run the pump. So that's going to cut out the ECU running that pump. It's going to turn the ETS controller to run that pump. All right, hopefully you're staying with me. I don't know if you are or not, but I'm trying to help you. If you got R33 or R34 that has, we have Pro version, the R32 has a different setup and different wiring, which I really wish. I'm telling you, Full Race, if you're watching this, if somebody shared this to Full Race, please update your website. Like, you did this for a 32. The wiring is way different for a 32 and the 33 and 34. The 33 and 34 similarly, share most of the same wiring, but like our stuff is different than the 32s. So you need to update it to where like wire colors, like somebody need to take the time out, go to a GTR, trace the wires, put it on the website so people don't have to do this shit to install it, the freaking ETS controller. All right. That'll be very helpful with your product, please. Thank you. But after doing all that, got that sorted. I got to wire it all in. Shouldn't be much. With the freaking meth kit is just power to the battery, ground to the battery, switch 12 volt, two wires going to the little flashing light or whatever that's up there with it, and then after that it should be it. But hopefully this is it. I am hopefully about to be finished. Please, Jesus Christ, please. All right, making a bracket for the methanol tank itself. After that, then I'll mount the pump, and after that, then I'll wire the stuff back here, and then after that, I'm gonna go in the front and finish the wiring up there, and then put everything back together. Hopefully, everything works by the grace of God. All right, I have been knee deep in this car today. I say I've been here all day. I see it at least till like 10, 11, maybe around 11 when I started working on it. But guys, I have mounted, routed, wired so much. So just to show you just a little bit, this is the AEM controller for the methanol kit. I gotta find a way to mount it. They do not have like mounting tabs or anything for this. Like, how do they expect people to put this on anything? I just want. All right, thank you, AEM. This is the knob for the ETS controller. So when I turn the key on, let's see here, key on, we got power there. I'm pretty sure it's telling me that there's no fluid in there. That's telling me that the ETS is working. So if I press that button, it goes off to, I want to say automatic mode or something like that. But if I press this, it comes back on, and then this right here is the turn up, I guess, how much you want to go to the front and rear wheels. So yeah, things are going. just got to put all the dash back on, put the seats back in. Got some stuff I want to work with on the seats before I put them back in. I got to take the passenger seat out, but whatever. Got all the hoses, well, the hose routed for the methanol kit, which is right here. Routed all the way from the rear of the car. Man, routing it and trying to figure out the wiring for the AEM, not for the AEM, but the ETS was a pain. I'm telling you, trying to figure that out. Like, nobody put anything up about it. Full Race doesn't give you a good description of how to do it and what to put in there, like, especially for R33. So, like, they don't, R33 and 34s, they don't have anything on it, because the 33 and 34 a Tesla system is different than the 32. The only thing they got on there is for 32. Even so, they don't show you any codes, no colors for like wires, like maybe this wire is this color, blah blah blah, you know, just to help you out a little bit. Is nothing in there for that. So Full Race, if you watching this, like, help people out with that, like, give people some more insight. I turned my dash on. I know I was gonna have active LSD light because it's out, and I also moved the cut the wires for the pump, the solenoid, the Tesla solenoid. So I don't know if that had anything to trigger with that light, but it comes on. Hopefully, when I move this car, everything works. Jesus Christ. Had to tap into your throttle position sensor for the AEM controller, because it has to run off throttle, check throttle. I'm not for the AEM, but for the ETS, because all that runs off the throttle for the G sensor. The G sensor has to get input from a throttle, so all that had to get done. So I'm literally almost finished. Hopefully, once I finish, everything starts up, runs perfectly fine without me having to do anything. I really don't want to rewire anything. Oh my God, wiring, I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But this is me trying to help anyone else out with R33, 34, 32 GTR that is installing such parts that I've installed. So, with that being said, until tomorrow.